Alrighty. Okay, good evening. It's late here. I'm kind of trying to catch up with all these readings this week. Been having problems getting them out. So last week I thought I was ahead of the game getting them done on Friday, and it took me till Thursday to get. I don't know what's going on with YouTube and all that. But anyway, something weird. So I am in to finish all these signs off live here. So ringy dingy is my little love bell. I used to ring it when I was thinking of my son. We don't do that anymore. So feel the need to ring it this week. A lot of these readings are coming back down to love. So next week I'll be putting out a lot more love, romance, and sex readings, get right down to the nitty gritty. Just to warn you that the Infinity Room on Facebook, Infinity Readings and Reviews, so check that out and, like, subscribe, and then you'll be notified. Okay, here we go. This is air sign. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini in that order. First card for Aquarius this week, the energies and spirituality. Here we go. Choice. Yeah. I'm not going to say, but we had energy like this last week. So there's a need to make a choice or a decision here coming down on the Aquarius. This is sort of my indication of where the screen ends here. Yeah, simple as that. There's some choices, decisions that need to be made here from the Aquarius in a spiritual level. I feel like there's a loyalty here involved in that decision. We may be going back and forth on this nonetheless. Okay, next. Second card for Aquarius. 8 of water. This is kind of my happy light bulb card. We're being lit up spiritually. I don't know if you can see that very well. But all this chakra system is being balanced and tuned, and not one of them is out of balance. So there's a sense of this going on for the Aquarius in some kind of way. We're balancing out our levels creatively, like all the way up, like a root. We're needing to balance in these areas quite highly. I feel like a decision hinges on the decision that we're making or in the process of making is going to help us balance this out. Okay, this may be something the Aquarius didn't know here, but they're going, we have a high sense of trying to make adjustments, but they don't know how much hinges on this decision as they go forward. Okay. Next. Heaven and earth. This is very interesting. Because I feel this very much earth, this is very much that split mind, and this is very much things wanting to evolve. So what's going forward here is there's a decision hinging. Again, the Aquarius is not aware of this decision. They may be procrastinating on something here, spiritual decision that's hinging on them really getting a good balance, not only in their spirituality, intuition area, but their connection to all things above and beyond. And I'm talking to Aquarius here, so they're going to stay with me. Yeah, something they're not aware of, yet they should be, is the sense here. Okay, I'm going to continue forward. There's a happiness they're feeling on the outside of themselves quite highly. They're exuding this outward quite highly. There's an internal choice here. If you look, the black and white of this here is happy, this here is sad. Internally, there's a sadness. Externally, they're happy. There's a balance here and an imbalance. Okay, I can't even express what I'm getting, but an unawareness from the Aquarius to know where this sits, or that it hinges on this decision. Okay, so that needs to be coming through quite highly here. Now, as we go on the choice here into the masculine and feminine energies, we got a feminine energy talking about compassion. Look at this. Yeah, that's Kuan Yin, right? She is the queen of compassion in this area. There is some kind of decision here, and I feel like we are not making it from compassion in no way, shape, or form, but it's making us happy, no less. But this is not the lesson that we need to light us up, to light the tree up. It's not happening. Okay, so there's a lack of compassion here. Internally, there's things here that still need to be dealt with, okay? On top of this happy card, we have self-trust. Now, give me a moment. Yeah. Like the loyalty of an animal, right? Here, the story they're telling me, okay? We have an animal here. We're trying to gain their trust. Why? We're going to either saddle them up and ride them, or they're going to work for us. But either way, we have to gain that trust. Now, I feel like this one doesn't have it. So why is he so happy? This is what they're kind of saying to me. It's like we're missing a gear here. We're missing our self-trust, yet kind of blissfully happy. Something going on here with that, okay? Wanting to highlight that. And it has a link to compassion as well. Okay, heaven and earth. We got a masculine energy. Vishnu about balance. Yeah, heaven and earth. Look at, okay. As above is not so much below, is what they're saying. Okay, give me a minute here. I'm going to take this globe out. We may be faking things here to a degree. Okay, give me a moment. Oh, this is goofy energy they're giving me this week. We may be highly happy outside of ourselves, but in denial of something on a deeper level, okay? And that is the emotional center, that we have to have compassion. Now, they bring up the self-trust, and they're going, that's on top of this, self-trust, self-compassion. They have to have compassion for the self in order to move forward. We just kind of released from a lot of things here. We're not done our work, is what they're saying. Our self-work, we're not done here. It's like they're showing me a kid leaving in the last class is still not, before the last class, or the bell of the last class rang, and then they're taken off home instead of staying for that one class. They still need that one class. So there's something missing, and it has to do with trusting our decisions forward. We've been unhinged here from something, not quite healed from it, not quite. Okay. This is where they're going to cover that up. This is where we need to build our compassion in our past and healing. And there's something here in that where we gain self-trust, because the sense here is we still don't trust our decisions forward. We need to do this. We need to have self-trust in order to go successfully forward. This is the imbalance. Okay, so there you go. That's it. We ring around the rosy there. We went all around the hay bales and finally got to the point. So we're kind of, I feel like we know what compassion is. We know how to use it, but are we using it on the self? I think we have an easier time going outward to others in compassion and not having it for ourselves. And the same thing, that's why we don't have the trust in our own decisions, because we're not going any easier on ourselves. Okay. Anyway, I'm getting too involved here. Okay. On the compassion, what do we get there? We get the Knight of Coins. So that is a slow, sturdy energy. An offer coming forward here is what I'm getting. An offer that may be coming forward here. This man may bring about the scenario to give you that choice. There may be, this man, I feel, is in charge of this. He's in charge of bringing a choice to you. Make a decision. This man is going to come forward to do this. In order to truly make the right decision, we have to use our compassion with this person and with the scenario that they bring forth to us. Not to, what did they say? Not to disregard it outright. Okay? Now, maybe fed up with a certain area here and want to disregard everything, but they're going, we do have to gain compassion, and in order to do that, we evolve. If we take out our compassion, we don't evolve. Keep this in mind. Self-trust, what do we get there? 10 of coins. Okay, there's something here. Again, we're kind of faking it on the outside. We look really well put together, but in the inside, there's still a couple classes we need to complete this course, what they're saying. And part of that has to do with trusting our own decisions forward, because someone's coming in here to give us, how do you say, someone's coming in to give us an option, to get us to make a choice. It's either this or this, can you pick? And if we don't trust ourselves to make the right decision, 10 to 1 will make the wrong one. So when we put the 10 of coins here, what am I getting here? There's always a sense of looking at the scenario here that they put out. Now, there's a lot of riches. The treasure chest is here, right? Showing you that this is the be-all, end-all of the financial sector. This is the attainment of everything that you want in a financial way. Come on, focus. But we have a family that's removed. There's this woman here. Sorry. Man, cats, they go nuts. When, I can't help that. It's just not acclimatizing. Well, sorry. Okay. So the picture of the family, but the woman is separated. It's always highlighted here. Now, do we feel we have to lose the family, the idea of a family, or attaining a family to gain riches? We feel we can't have both. This is the sense I'm getting through this reading. It's interesting because I get different ones in different ways. There's a sense that we feel like we got to give up on having or attaining a family structure in order to gain financial stability. Or, no, they're going, no, that's it. So giving up on our dream of being in a family. Why? To follow our dreams of financial stability. We may not have family stability, but we're going to have financial stability. This is what I feel. This may be somewhat involved in the choice here that we get presented. Okay, just bear with me here. It's starting to paint a picture. Okay, on top of the balance, again, heaven and earth, we have a lot of stuff intuitively that we're getting downloaded. We're trying to ground out here. We're evolving, but we're missing a few steps along the way. And they go, it's not possible. We can't miss steps. We're just going to devolve instead of evolve. So there's an imbalance here in what we think we need to move forward. On top of that, we get the Chariot, and that is about the movement forward. Oh boy. Okay. I feel like it's interesting. The energy's going in all directions here. This energy, obviously, right, is going this way. The horses are moving this way, where toward our financial stability. But I feel quite removed from a sense of family. I feel like she's doing it on her own. She's going to her financial stability by herself. And again, she's waiting here. She's been waiting. Now she's leaving a family in order to gain. But somebody comes in here and makes an offer. Okay, we're going to go for, I'm going to remove these cards. That's the scenario. Someone's on the precipice here of making life-changing decisions. They're kind of needing a few lessons before they can really, truly, spiritually go free forward. And there's a sense of releasing something, either family, in order to do it. There's a sense of having to unhook from family to gain progress in a business kind of way, something like that. But there's a knight coming in here that's either going to help us do it, either going to give us some options on how to do it, or he's going to create a scenario where we get to make a choice through this man on how to do that, how to gain our stability forward. Okay. Interesting. Okay. First card here on the second level. We have conclusions. Okay. Yeah, I feel it's highly tied to this card. I feel like we may have had a way that we wanted to go forward, or we thought that we could go forward. I think it has to do with a dream of having a family, or a dream of a family that we had in our mind, something that had to come to a conclusion in order to, like, there's a sense here that we got to carry on with or without the baggage kind of thing. And something has come to an end here. A chapter's closed and we're going to go forward. And it may have been a family that busted apart. We're just choosing to go it alone is what I get from this. Okay, next card. Understanding. This is interesting because she is being illuminated, right? She is connected. Like when we have that heaven and earth card, give me a minute here to search where to go. Holy, where to go? Oh, there. When we have this heaven and earth card, I feel like this is the Aquarian trying to connect all things, trying to be in that realm highly. There's a sense of wanting to connect to things of a higher meaning, purpose, da-da-da. Nico, man, she can't be doing that. She can't handle the energy in here. You get down. Where's my water gun? Now through this, something's being still lost here. Nonetheless, in reality, we had a conclusion. And we're trying to understand, the purpose of this in the bigger realm of things, and they're under heaven and earth, right? They say. Yeah, meditation. There's a sense of needing to go really deep here for these Aquarians this week in order to figure it out. And I feel like we're kind of just moseying around, not wanting to really, this is hard to express. We want to connect to the deeper meaning of why this happened. Why did we have this conclusion? And why are we, because I feel like someone's either being torn from a family in order to follow a career, or like we can't have it both. We can either pick our career or whatever. And usually that's not the case, but this is the energy that the Aquarian's in. So it's just their perspective. And this is what they're thinking. Now, they're trying to understand the bigger picture. The need, I feel a lack of this. A need to go inward and calm ourselves down, get silent in the mind and let the messages come through. It's really what I'm getting. Okay. Whew. Okay. On top of the conclusion, we have trust and magic. So again, there's a sense here of limiting. The Aquarius is limiting themselves and saying, I can't have it all. I can't have family and job. I need to give one up or the other. Like limiting themselves to a degree here that is damaging. And it may be creating suffering forward. So there's a need to again, getting into a meditative mode or getting into a quiet mode where we truly let the universal energies wash over us, will gain answers to why, right? And not only that, magic will appear for you and show you the way. We're not getting to the point where we're doing this. Okay, next. What does it say here? See yourself in nature. Again, look at her. She's right out there trying to get connected. And they're pushing that theory. Go to nature. This helps you get more clear more quickly, right? Because natural energy brings you to its level, and then we can connect. This is the whole thing. Now, next, let go of the old. Well, there was a conclusion here, but we may be hanging. Well, yeah, they're going in limbo here. Let's give them credit. They do keep going back and forth here. The focus on it keeps us in it. They're going, this is what we need to say. Simple as that. We're not going to complicate things. Focus on our past keeps us in our past, does not let us let go. We need to let go. Part of that process, going out and clearing the mind enough so that we can get in and tell you what's in the future. On top of the magic card here, we have the King of Cups. Laid back, caring old soul. Okay, give me a moment here. Yeah, what they're going is this energy is going back to here. We need to really fall back on the fact that there was a conclusion here. We have to accept this, and we have to lean back, like lean away from really looking in that direction. Okay, see yourself in nature, understanding. Greater understanding can be had if we get into nature and truly connect. We have the Hierophant and good judgment. There's a potential here for good judgment if we truly access the right channels here. We may be dipping away. Okay. They're going, you don't want to go there. Because, beware of dark energy. I had to say that. But anyway, let go of the old meditation. Focus on connecting to the universal energies through nature. This is the purest way to do it. Three of Cups is about connections. They want you to make new connections in the future. Someone hung up on an old energy here that's not doing them any good. It's not helping them. It's just, it could be, we're just not processing a relationship ending, a conclusion that we had, not understanding certain things. Again, keeping us hung up. We don't need to understand at this point. It will come in a natural process as we evolve. We do not need to have all the answers to move forward. Okay. This is what's going on. There's a stubbornness here. Now, Holy, are we all the way through it? I'm like, here's the animal card. 20 minutes. Yeah, that's the gist of it. We have some energy here we're having a hard time letting go of. Simple as that. The universe wants to connect you up to new energies. But we need to be in a good mind frame in order to do that. We need to be connecting better. I feel like the Aquarius feels they're connecting, but they need to connect through nature in more natural settings. That's what they're going to say. Okay. The animal card is the jackal, and it talks about the truth. And what do you know? Truth and good judgment go hand in hand. And again, here we have the Ankh upside down. Now, give me a minute. Yeah, this is their quest for truth can truly get them into trouble here if they don't catch up. Because what's going on is we're going back to the last chapter, and they're going, we don't need to reread it. We read it already. Just move forward. We can gain what we need. We've got all we need. Yeah, there's a stubbornness to want to go forward here. A stubbornness. It's like over processing, over air, right? How do you express? Air signs have a tendency to be in their head. 100% is what the Aquarius is doing. They're in their head. So much so they're not grounded. They're not in touch with reality. They're not in touch. And there's so much so in the past that they're bringing it forward to manifest and repeat. They do not want this. They do not want this. They have come so far, so fast. Well, not fast, but so far. We're trying to get you go forward, and all you can think about is the past, and that's really truly going to harm us to a higher degree than we even give credit for. Now they're making me go back. There are things coming in here. We can have it all. Okay, They're going, first of all, we can have it all. Why are we so happy when we truly aren't understanding the basis of everything here? Is it a full sense of play? I don't understand this. But Aquarius, so yeah, this is highly reflective here. Give me a minute. Somebody's coming in to help us gain access over our, or not access, gain success over our confusion. Okay? Just kind of not seeing clearly. Compassion has a huge thing to do with it. There's some choices to be made. We've closed some doors, and we need to make choices to go forward, is a sense. But we keep looking back, is really what it is. Boom, there it is. That's Aquarius. This is very frustrating energy. Sorry. That was quick. Okay, 25:55. Okay. On to Gemini. Holy. Gemini this week, first card. Wisdom. Everybody's in retreat mode. So we may be in a mode of overviewing some things that we've had happen in our life. There's some things here that have gone on in our life we need to sit and let wash over us. Unlike the Aquarius here, we need to look at, figure out, and understand more deeply what has just happened. Next card is emotions and intellect. This is what it has to do with. Gaining power over this, our emotional center, moreover, and then make good intellectual decisions. The Gemini is very highly attuned at this time to know that we cannot make decisions from our emotional center alone, and especially when it's imbalanced here, which is highly imbalanced. We've got all this emotion and just a little bit of intellect we're coming from. So we know we got a lot. This is why we're reclusing to figure this out, to balance this back out so that we're thinking from a rational state of mind here, not overly emotional, not overly unemotional. We want to make sure that we make a good judgment going forward. Yeah, sorry, that Aquarius energy, man, that just, I want to say they're in delusion, but I feel like somebody's going to come and help them because it's just kind of wacky. Anyway. Okay, on the emotional intellect, they're dealing with that internally. They're going to figure out, let some things wash over them and balance out and then come out swinging. Now, we have the 10 of water. Now that is about emotional fulfillment. Now it's always hugely, this is kind of an empress symbol, the two moons and the full moon. And the sense here is that we're gaining control over our emotions to a degree that it will serve us quite well. Also looking for the emotional center to enlighten. Now it's interesting to me, I don't know, yeah, it is. It's hard to tell through here, but that has got a huge green tinge to the card, right? So dealing with the heart center. Now, we may have had or come out of a situation here that created some emotional turmoil. Now we're trying to calm ourselves down to a degree to make some rational decisions. And I feel like the Gemini is taking quite highly into account the fact that they want to be happy in the future from a heart-centered place, and that's where you need to be. Boom, there it is. Okay, so on top of the wisdom, we get a masculine card of death. Well, what do you know? Some endings here that need to happen. So we may have had a bust apart in a certain direction, or a drastic change that needed to happen. Okay. And I feel like we're in the aftermath. I just get an essence that it's kind of like if we had a breakup where we're broken up, things are separate. We're trying to deal with, things at this point now to move forward. Okay. Next card on top of to expand on emotion and intellect, we get a feminine card talking about irresistibility. It's It's kind of a harsh card to deal with when we're talking about ending things, because the sense here is one partner or the other, depending where you sit or who you are. Give me a moment. I don't want to. Yeah. This is really saying to me that we had troubles in our relationship with loyalties. Okay. I'll leave it at that. Now, here with the emotional turmoil, really going forward, we want to attain this. It's a huge transition here. Okay, we get a feminine card, and it is illumination. So, yeah, whatever came down here, whether it was indiscretions from a partner, I feel highly, there's a lot of emotion here, a lot of advancement here. And I mean, the energies, right, till fall are supposed to be getting us out of things that we're not supposed to be in and into things that we're supposed to be. I feel like this is one of those. I feel like the Gemini is being highly intellectual about everything, not wanting to make a mistake, though they know they're not. They want to make sure that everything is somewhat balanced. Like they're taking into account their karma here, I think is what it is. There's an ending that come down harsh because of someone's reckless irresistibility. Now I'm going to leave it at that. And then in illumination is wanting to happen in the heart center, and this is all part of the grand plan to get you to open up in that way, as amazing as that sounds. Now, on top of the death card, talking about the wisdom we have to gain from this transition, the Princess of Coins, so that's the page, like the Page of Coins. She's about gaining stability outward. This situation may have come down and it may have shook our foundation a little bit, where we need to start from scratch. I'm saying that as not a fear base, but it's like I feel like the Gemini's prepared for this, to start in a new direction with money. Okay, on the irresistibility, talking about the intellect, this is something that really got us fired up, right? Well, it changed things. We have the Devil. Yeah. So we may have a partner, us or the partner, that is chained to certain things that keep them in cycles where we do not have much success. Okay. And I feel like the Gemini is on the other side of this. I feel like this is what they've dealt with. This is what they're trying to gain power over in an emotional and intellectual kind of way. They're tippy-toeing into their heart center, but you see how the heart's removed still, but we're all in green. We're just, I don't even want to say we're learning, because we're not even there yet. We're just going to be in realization that there's a heart center we need to come from. But we are trying to be balanced in an intellectual kind of way. We're trying to be balanced and fair about how we go forward with this, even though we were hurt quite heavily by what come down here, someone else's indiscretion. Okay, on top of the illumination, again, the heart center that wants to open up in this area and bring you forward. We get the Queen of Cups. Well, would you look at that? So that is, right? Because look at her offering the cup, and then the Devil behind kind of wanting to take it away from her. But what happens here is Gemini truly wins in the end, because they still have their heart, and they're able to go forward in it. So I feel like, actually, I feel like this was the opponent here. The person that actually hurt the Gemini, they are in a cycle of an inability to recognize what they're doing wrong, really. And it may be, in a way, just things that are habitual, that are exciting for them, and they don't want to let anybody stop them from doing that, but they don't realize the harm to the people outside of them. It's something And again, if you look at her face, it almost looks like she's angry. Give me a minute. Yeah, like we may have done something on purpose for different reasons. I don't understand this. Somebody went outward to create deception and whatnot in a relationship on purpose to the Gemini, but I feel a Gemini does not deserve this. But nonetheless, they still have their heart to go forward, and in fact, they're going to learn how to use it to a deeper degree, to illuminate even better than they used it in the past. Okay, boom, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna pass these over, go into the next level here. First card on the second level, we have deceit. So there it is. There's somebody who's being deceitful, and I mean, deliberate is what I get. And because of that, the Gemini had learned a lesson here, hard won lesson. They're giving me like slapped upside the face with this. No longer will we ever be the same because of this. It was that deep. Next card is rigid. So I feel, again, just going back to the reading I had a few weeks ago with Gemini, there's a rigid stance we took because of this deceit. And I feel, again, a wall that we're putting up. But if they got me talking about this heart-centered here, this Queen of Cups, we can still offer outward, but we will no longer be offering to where the deceit came from. We know this is quite rigid. That's what I'm getting. We can offer our love forward, but this area here is pretty much walled off. Now, next. Yeah, love. Look at that. Okay, so give me a moment. This is really going to hinge on the way forward, the sense I'm getting so far. The Gemini learned a hard lesson here about who to love and who to trust in love. The innocence lost, basically. Somebody here learned quite harshly that we can't always trust the people we want to trust. It is really up to them. This wall, again, against the person that has harmed us. And interestingly enough, I feel like somehow we may either have children with this person, or somehow this person has a hold on us for a huge amount of time in the future. So, I mean, this would say that we either have young children with them, where we're going to be tied to this person for like 18, 20 years. I think that was why they did I don't know. I'm trying not to get under too much here, but I feel like that's why they did it, because they felt like they were chained to you forever, and they didn't realize they could be cut off. Now that is a lesson they're going to have to learn, because of the barrier now that we have against this. We will no longer. Okay, so the heart of stone, right? We don't want a heart of stone. We want to soften it up. So we want to make sure that we don't harden our heart as we go forward. There's a rigid stand we took here. We're not quite healed before we go outward, but the sense that they're giving me is we have all the tools and capacity to do that and more in a direction forward, if we don't have an area of love coming forward to show itself as it sits in a compassionate, caring, kind, and generous partner. Now, holy. Next, okay. On top of the deceit, what do we get? Embrace spirit. Give me a minute. Yeah, there's a lot this person has to learn. They are not yet ready to embrace their intuition in that way. I feel like this energy goes back to you. It goes back on here because the bird, they're going, we are gaining distance from this person, and we will continue to do this. They do not learn their lesson. They will just be continually, how do you say, schooled. Okay. Now, rigid. Give me a minute here. You know what they're making me think of? Like, they're going, look at how the crow's looking down. And you know, when kids are walking down the street and they're looking at their shoes, they're kind of sad. This is where we're at. We're looking at our shoes and we don't want to face anything else, but there is love in the future coming toward us, fated. And we need to embrace some kind of spiritual energy here, something to believe in the future. That's what I'm getting here. Even though we've walled off and we're kind of kicking rocks here, there's a sense we need to believe in something bigger than what is going on around us at the time, because it is quite bleak, it is quite dark. Okay, now in the love area, again, this is a stone heart. We don't want our heart to turn to stone, so we got to pay attention to not let it go there. We have embraced the dark. Now the sense I'm getting here is that we may have to go and feel and feed our emotions. We may have to heal, we do have to heal from our emotional, like the moon, right, is about the emotions, and the moon is rising over the dark. The dark energy is having to face the negative stuff that we had to deal with this person. And it's almost like the universe is saying, just let us embrace you and go through the process of feeling it. Because I don't know if we want to wall it up so much to the degree we don't want to deal with it at all. And we know that's not healthy, right? So this is what they're trying to kind of, the energy's going like, let spirit get in between you and your anger, and then just feel what you need to feel. All the dark, when they say shadow work and all of that, I heard somebody express it like it's just dealing with all the pain that you need to deal with. It's all the sadness. And really, that is what it is. Just going to the sadness and feeling it, like going head on, because we're running away from it. Well, what happens if we run into it? Well, then we deal with it. And then this stone heart turns to a cloud. And then suddenly we can go outward in love, more love than we had here, more love than we have now, more love. And that's the whole point of going and embracing the darker side here. It's not like we have to embrace this person who fed us all this. No, it's embracing, not embracing, but going towards the emotions and just feeling them out. It's hard to express when that's all I'm saying, but nonetheless, okay. So on the love card, we get, show that you care. Don't let it stop you from going outward and caring to others. They're going to a certain degree. This is what we're fighting against. There may be a direction here outright, okay? We may have where we want to offer our cups forward to someone else, but we're having a hard time doing that. Why? Because we have not healed. So we need to do that. And then part of the process is going outward lovingly to others, even though we've been hurt ourselves. Okay, so this is part of what's coming. Okay. On top of embracing spirit, we have a feminine energy, Queen of Swords. This is about being strong and intense. And again, she's got a sword there. She's going to use it to cut away things that, and interestingly, it sits on this deceit, cutting away things and having faith that better will come in the future. And not only that, I don't know if you want to call it fake karma, whatever, that the energies, that the universe really has our highest good in mind, as long as we're on the right side of the tracks here. And the sense is that there's somebody here that's been in deceit, and not even in a way that, it's just in deceit. We're going to cut that energy away, have faith in the energies to deal with that situation. We don't have to deal with it ourselves, other than the healing from it. Okay. So embracing the dark, that's going to that, all the sadness, going to the sadness, dealing with it, feeling it, and making room for better things. We get the Magician. It's talking about the flow. Yeah, because And that they're making me aware that and saying, you know, once we do flush out these emotions, then we have room to see new things in the future. And not only that, gain new perspective over this, a power over this that we're not feeling at this point. We're feeling powerless over it. And when we feel the emotions, we gain power over that. Now, on top of showing that you care, again, we don't want that heart to turn to stone. So go outward and show others that you care as soon as you can. We have, self-confidence. It's to gain in this area. I think we may have got caught up in a scenario here where we gain confidence through another person and they're going, that needs to be learned. How do you say? That needs to be learned in the right way, meaning we have to gain confidence in ourselves and then have that person accentuate it, not gain from that person. So there may be a path here where where our self-confidence went with that relationship, and that too, healing will bring some of that back. Okay, whoa. The animal cards. So this is heavy for the air sign this week. Gemini, man. The animal card we get, tarantula, talking about connections, making new connections. This woman is all in a web, right? She's kind of looks like she can't move because she's been sitting there so long, sitting still. The sense that I get too is that the Gemini can have a tendency to kind of, because they're showing me kind of walking with their head down and not, you know, this is kind of the universal energy saying, go outward and make connections, make new connections in new ways, show that you care, use your heart in as many ways that you feel safe that you can do at this time. And we promise you that things will get better, that kind of thing. We'll at least gain self-confidence to go forward. New connections for the Gemini. Well, okay, it's heavy for that one. Okay, Libra, last but not least this week. First card, what are we, 47, 25. Okay, here we go. The Maiden. She's footloose, fancy free. She's kind of light and airy, this one. Where's the... She's going through the forest and just looking at all the stuff going by. There's a hare there as she makes her way through the forest. There's a lot of imagery on her path, but I mean, going in a new direction I get, and also being naive I get from this card. But nonetheless, treading new ground here to explore outward. So the Libra's in exploring mode is what I'm getting. Now next, perception. Wow, these are complete opposites here. Maybe something we're not, okay, the lightness of being here, like the naivety, I was getting quite highly. This may be harming us to a higher degree than we realize, right? Kind of like the girl skipping through the forest, not realizing the bears on her trail, that kind of thing. Our perception of how things are is very naive. Okay, whoa, that's what I'm getting. Okay, next. King of Water, give me moments. This is about emotional center. This is about connections in an emotional way. Maturity. They're making similarities between his fins there and her wings. So this could be a potential partner coming from the future. Or just someone we're vibing with quite highly. Oh, you look at things, I see things this way. Yeah, me too, da-da-da. I don't know if this person is there to help us or to hinder us, to keep us naive. Okay, this got to figure out as we go. Next, the Maiden. On top of her, we get a feminine card talking about unity. So this maiden may be innocently looking for a partner, looking to join forces. Maybe not just for a partner in a love kind of way, but for a partner in a career-minded kind of way. You've got to be careful and not be naive, okay? So perception, what do we get? We get a masculine energy of beauty, okay? So we maybe watch out for shiny things, is what I said. We might be razzle-dazzled by somebody here. Somebody may be approaching us with their beauty, knowing that this is going to give them the upper hand here. So, yeah, I feel, I don't know where this is going to go. Like, I feel like an untrusting energy, but nonetheless, like this one's very trusting and naive. But again, I get it. We have a perception problem here. Somebody's coming forward to show their beauty to us, to unite, okay? Well, on the King of Water, this is usually about someone who is emotionally sound, and they make good judgment calls. They may hold back and be able to control their emotions quite highly, but they usually come from a good core, good nature. I get a masculine card talking about wisdom. Yeah. So no matter what's going on here, this kind of undercurrent that I'm feeling, that we might be tricked in some way, or what's the word? Kind of like we may have put someone on a pedestal that they don't deserve to be on, or someone puts themselves there and we believe it. But I feel like this man here, I don't think he's the same guy. I think this is a different character, because I feel quite highly this man is in charge of his emotional center, but not so much in the Libra. I'm feeling that's out of control here at this time. We're distracted by something. This is what they're saying. We're distracted. We don't have all our faculties, so our perception here is off. Somebody's approaching to want to create unity, and then there's this dude on the side. Okay, let's go from there. Unity, what do we get there? We get the 9 of coins. Okay. 9 of Pentacles is about being single and loving it, right? We're enjoying. We're looking in the mirror. It's me. And you know what? I'm good with that. I'm all fine. It's interesting to me. It comes on the Unity card. And here she's single and footloose, fancy. She's all up in it. She's happy. She's ready to talk to the butterflies up in the air. Like, kind of like naive and free. But somewhere here, there's a unity that's kind of creating a different kind of energy here. Okay, so on top of the beauty, and this is where the perception problem comes in. Again, we have someone in our path here. We may be dazzled by looks, okay? And that's, I don't feel good about that. We get the 9 of Swords. What do you know? Yeah, perception here. We have a problem in the way we perceive someone outside of us coming toward us in beauty. Okay. I'm going to go to this guy because I'm starting to get a weird feeling. 6 of Swords. Moving away. This is interesting. Isn't this interesting? Okay. Oh, man. Okay, this is what I'm getting. This was coming here, and then it just solidified there. We have a young, naive. This is the sense. You may not be young, but you're giving off this naive vibe. Very, I'm going to use derogatory here, gullible and fall for anything vibe. We're single, but it's like part of us wants to be united, but there's nothing, we're just kind of being light and fluffy with things. Now, we are stressed out about someone that's coming toward us in some kind of way here. And I feel like perception, this should be deception. It's coming toward us. Oh, give me a minute. This is, They're going pretender energy, pretending to be someone we're not. Okay, period. That's it. End of story. This may have to do with beauty, the way they look, literally, or the way they're coming off, their character. Okay. Now we are stressing out about this because something here don't add up. Now, I still feel a single energy in this woman, but we're dealing with the character of this way. Okay. Now, as I get to this energy, he is husband material, this guy. He is. He's full of wisdom, this guy. He is. Six of Swords talks about leaving. Now, there's two energies here. I feel like the Libra. How do you? I feel like she's leaving this energy, but she feels like she's leaving this energy. There's somebody pretending. This is weird as I've ever had. Somebody here is pretending to be someone else, someone that the Libra does not appreciate. They're having a stressful time here creating unity. There's a unity that wants to happen from, I think, from this person, not from the, yeah, it's from the other person, not from the Libra. Just bear with me, guys. This is really, you know what it feels like? It feels like a catfish thing. It's exactly what it feels like now, but with an extra character. So instead of someone pretending to be someone and then they just turn out not to be, I feel like there's someone else involved. Now, bear with me. Holy. This person is hanging on to the Libra. They should not be. That's not their place to do this. They're trying to create union with this person. They should not be. That's not their place to do this. Where did we? Yeah, I'm only on the first level here. Then there's this dude. Now I can't figure out. This and this is separate. This guy, does he know about this guy? No. But this guy knows about this guy. Yes. So we have someone here trying to take a Libra when their soulmate or twin flame or something's coming in. Okay. And what's happening is it's almost like the two energies are meshing. Like they want to go like this. And suddenly they're rejecting everything. But it's not right because there's a good dude here that wants to come forward. But they're moving away from it. Why? Because this person pretended to be this person. And they're not. If we can make sense of it that way. Holy scatter. Yeah, somebody's pretending to be someone that they're not. To a degree that they're screwing things up with the Libra. Oh my God, it's such a warped. Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah. And look at in the orange center. This goes here. Six of Swords. So we're leaving an energy that is truly this person that is coming forth. It's like the beauty fits here on this. The beauty wants to go here because that's where it truly resides. Like someone pretending to be someone that this person knows, but they're not. Okay, it's almost like long distance or some kind of fake ID, fake, yeah, this is really warped. Hold on here. I hope. She's naive. She just don't know what's going on, okay? She don't. The perception's off. Why? Because we're being tricked highly. To the highest degree, we're being tricked here. Our perception's off. Why? Because it's deliberately being thrown off. Someone wants to create union with us. They know that it's not their place to do this. We are single at this point. But we've gone through a lot of stress and turmoil. Why? Because we're trying to deal with the beauty of this person. Okay, I'm going to go forward here. Sorry, guys. This is the craziest reading I've had. But someone here is pretending to be someone else. Either having a picture of someone that this Libra knows, pretending to be that person, but they're not actually that person. So it's someone that the Libra doesn't know enough that they contact on a daily basis. We could be impersonating a celebrity. This might be one of those things. And because of this, we're going in a direction where our perception's off, because they're thinking, well, this person's of high stature. I don't know them, but I know a lot about them, and holy da da da, and they're falling into a trap here, and this is what's going on. Okay, so that's what's going on. Holy, sorry, I gotta get these cards in order. Somebody's pretending to be someone of high esteem, creating a lot of stress and anxiety. Okay, I'm gonna take all of these off and get to the second level. This is crazy. Next, High Priestess of Earth. Let's get back down to earth here. Man. Okay. They're going clean slate. Clean slate. Get rid of all of that. They're going, that is what's going on. Somebody's impersonating someone of higher stature, and they're pulling it off to a high degree because they want to get in to this Libra, and the Libra's just not picked up on it yet. Well, hopefully they do now. So the the High Priestess of Earth, that is about grounding out, gaining stability, coming back down to earth. So there's a sense here that we are going to be pulled in this direction quite highly. This veil is going to be unmasked here quite quickly. Wow. Risk. We may be on the precipice taking a risk with this person and still not understand the truth of the matter. This is what's going on. Denial. Yeah, denial to see the truth. Wow, there it is, boys. So, someone here pretending to be someone. Interestingly enough, there's a link to that person somehow, but not through the Libra. The Libra is left out. There's a person here is devious, trying to basically steal an identity in order to gain the love and affection of the Libra. This has been successful up to now, is what they're saying. But we are wanting to take a leap of faith here. We need to come down to earth, because there's some things here we do not know. Things aren't ready to a high degree. I think there's an instinct here, of things, but a denial to want it, right? Because if it's of high status, we want to go forward in this way, but I need to ground out. Okay, what do we get on our guy? Again, grounding out. The light of day, they go seeing the light of day. We need to see this. We're in darkness. Again, the perception problem. We don't want to see it as being not what they said it is, right? The clinging to this. Holy. Risk. Know your power. Yeah, they're going to get a lesson in this, is what they said. They're going, if we jump off that cliff, we are going to be illuminated quite highly. Even if we don't, it's still coming. The illumination is coming. And then we will truly know our power. Why? Because we have the truth. Okay, the denial of all of this. What do we get there? Know you belong. Okay. Yeah, and they're going where they belong. Where is he? They belong there. That's where they belong. But I feel like this guy can't come forward until everything is illuminated here to the Libra, which is going to be highly disappointing. Man, what is going on? This is some crazy stuff. Give me a minute. Like, we're on the precipice of gaining all the information from this little debauchery that's going on, this little charade somebody's trying to pull off, that they're really kind of twisted. They're getting a kick of, so they may be like energy vampire kind of people where they just kind of do things for kicks. They don't realize the harm at all that they're doing on people, like catfishing and whatnot, pretending to be someone and kind of, what's the word, like luring them to believe all these things. But the Libra is going to gain their power back. And when they do that, it will open the door for this kind of energy to come forth. I feel like this is a very soft energy of healing. Again, we're in denial of things here. On some level, we know to be true, but until it's completely revealed and all is shown. Okay. Next. On top of again, getting grounded with reality is really what I'm getting. The Knight of Swords, yeah. Problem solver. We're going to get to the bottom of things here one way or another. I really don't feel like the Libra is actively doing this, though they do want the truth. They're not the ones that are going to be in charge of unveiling it. It's going to come to them, I don't know, in some kind of way here. Holy. On Know Your Power, we have the Ace of Cups. Talking about sparks flying. Again, I'm getting that King of Cups, right? So there's something that's meant to go here. Am I reading this wrong? No, we're cutting things off in the past. This fake person, or this person is pretending to be someone, that we're cutting off. We're gaining courage to figure that out, right? Because it's going problem solving. They're going to figure it out. They kind of do on a spiritual level. They're just in denial. They don't want to admit it, right? So anyway, there's a new direction opening up here. Now, know where you belong. Well, we don't belong there. That's for damn sure. Because that was all trickery and deception. The Four Cups is about external support. Yeah, and that's this dude. Again, we get the King of Water. He may not be a romantic interest, but he may be someone that helps us unleash this whole mystery. Okay. Animal card. Shut her all down, man. Armadillo. Groundedness. He is as close to the ground as you're going to get. So there's a sense of needing to be grounded in reality. We are not this. I don't know who I'm picking up on, which Libra here, but they are going through some deception high. Somebody trying to deceive them to a high degree. I feel under a level that the Libra is picking up on this instinctively, but in denial to want to admit it outward. They're caught up in a dream escape here, but nonetheless, there's better things coming in the future. I feel like I want to pull another card. They said, sure. I'm going to pull 3. I don't know. I can't leave it here because this feels really sad. I'm going to pull 3 chakra cards, okay? So 1, where are we headed? Six of Cups. That is about a past energy, right? Dealing with the past, okay. Next, the High Priestess. That's about the inner knowing. We know something's up here. And we're not saying much at the moment outward, but we do know that there's things in the past that have gone haywire. And then we have 3 of Coins. Yeah, working to look at 3. Working with others. Now, it's interesting to me. I was picking up on 2 energies plus the Libra. I don't know. I look forward to next week. That's all I can say, because this is confusing energy, and I've never had a reading like this go like this, like kind of haywire like that. There's an energy coming in here to help us out, an emotional intelligence here like we've not got. It's going to really clear things up. But again, I don't feel it's a romantic. I feel it's here to kind of help you get forward. But nonetheless, there it is. That's the Libra wall energy. So those are the readings for the week. Oh man, I I will be in to do an energy report. I'm going to try. I might not be in next week. It'll be the week after for the romance readings. I got some other things I got to do here personally. I got to tend to, so I'm going to be dealing with that. But in the meantime, if you are feeling like, go backwards in the readings, because I don't know if I said this or I marked it down, but basically said there's some of the readings here. I can go quite in the future. So go backwards 2 to 3 weeks. And, they were even showing me like last Valentine's Day. Go there, go way back and just kind of look through some of the videos and click on one you feel guided to click on, because a lot of that energy has not resolved itself to this day. They're going 2 years ago. There's energy sitting there to be resolved that is still not resolved today, or we're just starting to become aware that we need to resolve it. So be aware of that. Go back in the readings, and I might even, if you're in the infinity room, I might even go and pop up a few, because they were inspiring me to do that. So anyway, take care, have fun, be kind, and I may see you next week. And may not. If not, it'll be the week after. Take care, guys, and good luck with all these energies.